Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing my out-of-box review for the HG Arm Loaded Arms MS Option Set 9. So as always, thank you to MindFenix Hobby Store for sending me this kit to share with you guys. If you're living in Australia, do check out their site, links down below. And yeah, we have the second option set in the line that is not including a mobile worker. And this is, I think, also the second in the line that is actually molded in more than one color, if I remember correctly. I think that's right. Anyway, this one is actually molded in 4 colors, surprisingly. Only one white part, only one dark green part, and then this dark green color anyway. And then a few that dark green color for the legs of the ManRodi. So some interesting stuff in this kit, in this set, I should say. If you really want to make a ground type Graze, obviously now you got the feet and the backpack parts for that. If you really want to make a Shopfactor Geirail, now you've got the front skirt and the head for that. If you really wanted to make a ManRodi, you've now got the legs for that. If you really wanted to make some version of the Gundam Barbatos Lupus that has a Geirail, or has the Reginlay's shoulder armor for some reason, and the Barbatos Form 1 arm, you can make that for some reason. Anyway, so yeah, anyway, this is a very interesting set. I don't know, this has some parts in here that I'm sure a lot of people will be really crazy about. I'm really happy to actually have these parts made now. But I don't know, this set just seems like Bandai saying, well, we don't want to make full kits of these variants, so just here's some parts, you can buy them and just waste money on plastic and make them yourself. So I don't know, I'll talk more about that I guess over the course of this video, but there's some cool stuff in here if this is some stuff that you guys have been wanting to use, something you've been looking for. It's nice that it's molded in a few different colors, but the colors aren't really going to match. You are still going to have to do some painting for pretty much all of this stuff. So let's get into talking about this stuff. Alright, so the first thing that I'll talk about is these parts for the Barbatos' arm. So this is the upper arm armor piece for the Barbatos' like Form 1 arm. So for making that, and then you're supposed to use like the forearm of the Form 1, which is from the original HG Barbatos kit, and then we've got this shoulder armor piece, which looks exactly like the shoulder armor from the Reginlay's kit, but the connection is actually slightly different for that. So this is made to connect onto the Barbatos' shoulder armor or any of the Gundams that use that same frame, so you can use this. I'm not going to actually show you this on the kit, just because it's not really worth it, but there, that's what you're supposed to do with this. Stick this on the shoulder and then use this arm from the original Gundam Barbatos. And then you can have a Barbatos Lupus with that arm. So anyway. Then we have the long rifle. So we've actually got 2 of these. Nicely detailed. Yes, but yeah, we actually already had this rifle out before, kind of, in a previous set. So for comparison, I did pull that one out. This is the rifle that was included with the Gundam Barbatos, with the Gundam Gushan Remake. So, as you can see, it is exactly the same. So, it's just in a little bit different color. The front handle doesn't move at all. The only thing is just that this part comes off so that you can put that in the hand easier. But now this kit gives you 2 more of those. So, the Gundam Gushan Remake Full City didn't come with any of these rifles, didn't even come with one, so yeah, I guess this is nice that you're getting these. You can use these with the Gundam Gushan Remake Full City if you want. But again, this is not actually anything new because we did have this exact same thing out before. Then we've got our parts for the Geirail Shopfactor, or Shopfactor Geirail, I don't know, anyway. We got a new head, and this has the one and only sticker that comes in this kit, is just the sticker for the camera lens for that head, and then this front skirt piece, which is kind of odd. This head, as I've said before, it just looks like a 1950s UFO. It looks so stupid. I don't know why anyone likes this, but that's just my personal opinion, I guess. It looks really silly. Then for making the Graze ground type, we've got some new feet. Love the design of these new feet. Obviously not in the right colors. If you want these to be in accurate colors, you're going to do some painting. Great detail there though underneath. These are just gonna, you just switch off the feet of just the standard Graze. And then we also have the backpack for that. So here's the backpack. This piece on the 1/100 scale, Graze Custom, this piece moved, but in this case it doesn't move, it just comes off and then attaches back onto there. So yeah, here we have the backpack, and this backpack is made for holding the sword. But where's the sword? The sword is not included. That's included in a different option set. So if you want to make the ground type Graze, you've got almost all the parts you need, but then you still do have to buy one more option set in order to make the full ground type Graze. And then what is probably the best part of this kit is the legs for making the land ManRodi. So at least these are molded in colors to match that kit, but they're still in completely the wrong colors for making the land ManRodi, which is supposed to be like yellowish and orangish in color. So seam line all the way going down the front and back of this, as it is just like two parts sandwiched together. One part there for the thigh. This part here at the top is actually just the parts that's you're not actually supposed to use that for the land ManRodi. You use this part if you want to attach this into the backpack. So it's pictured like in the manual with like attaching this into the backpack of the Gundam Barbatos and then like using this as like a booster unit kind of thing. But anyway, the feet will move forward and back and then rotate side to side like that. And then we got the bend of the knee there as well. So pretty much exactly the same as just the regular ManRodi legs, but just a different shape, right? So again, these will give you the legs for making, and the nice thing about the ManRodi is that it's a really cheap kit, so you can just pick that up, pick up this set, and then you can make your land ManRodi. It's not going to be in the right colors, you'll have to paint it, but then you're also sacrificing the legs of the original ManRodi kit, with which you now have nothing to do with. I guess you could use this part on those legs and use those legs as thrusters for something else, like a backpack kind of parts for something else. But all right, so here's what your ground type Graze is going to look like with these parts equipped. And yeah, that is the sword from, what is that? Option set 4. And yeah, option set 4, because it included mostly parts for the backpack for the Kimaris, it was all molded in this blue color, which is like a dark purplish, bluish gray color. So if you're not painting, this is going to be looking pretty awful, I gotta say. The backpack is fine because it's just like gray, it's not really a big deal. The feet definitely look wrong though, because they don't even match the frame color of the rest of the mobile suit. So those look weirdly tacked on, like it's got some goofy ass shoes on. And then the sword is just wrong. So again, painting definitely required for this set so far. But I mean, again, cool that we have these parts. Just another reason though that the 1/100 scale of the Graze Custom is a much better kit if you wanted a ground type Graze. Okay, then moving on to the Geirail Scharfrichter. And yeah, it's looking so goofy, that head. I just can't get over how stupid and goofy that head looks. I have also had to use parts from MS Option Set 8. So I would like the land mace, which is that huge pickaxe thing, is not really, necessary. You don't have to have that. But if you do want to make the Geirail Scharfrichter, you do have to have the spiked shield on the arm, on the shoulder. And even now, it's still not complete because you're supposed to have 2 of those, and MS Option Set 8 only comes with 1. So you'd have to buy MS Option Set 9, 2 sets of MS Option Set 8, and the Geirail kit, the original Geirail kit, in order to make a Geirail Scharfrichter. So then you're spending probably around $30 or more, depending on where you live in the world, just to make that kit, when I think Bandai really could have just made that its own separate kit. If they really wanted to, then that way it would have actually been molded in all the right colors as well for those people who don't paint. But as it is, if you don't paint, yeah, this is just another example of how I can't really recommend this set. Then for our last example here, let's end it on a high note, because this is, again, I think the best part of this option set, and it is the legs here connected onto the land ManRodi. So first of all, I just really like the land ManRodi. Actually, it's one of my favorite kits from the MS option, from the HG Iron-Blooded Orphans line. I really like the ManRodi kit just because it's really simple, but the articulation is really quite nice for it being basically just like a little meatball of a mobile suit. And it actually is a really nice kit. Actually, I really recommend it, and it's usually quite cheap. I actually have 2 of them, so one of them I can make into a land ManRodi, I suppose, but I don't know. I think I still prefer the original legs more, so we'll have to see. But yeah, this is mostly in the correct colors anyway. I mean, like the dark green matches. The feet don't match, but I think that looks okay because it's just the feet on there. I don't think in this case it's really like a noticeably wrong, like with the ground type grays. So in this case, overall, I think it's pretty good. This is, again, I think the best part, especially, again, if you don't paint, these parts look better than the other parts. So overall, I think this is the highlight of the option set. But I don't know, maybe you wanted it for the long rifles for your Reginald, or for your Gushun Rebake Full City. I'm getting all these names mixed up. Alright, so that is pretty much it for MS Option Set 9. I think they really should have called this like the Land Battle Option Set or something like this, where it's basically for making parts for making all land ground type mobile suits from Iron Blood Orphans, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if they really did that on purpose or just kind of ended up working out that way. But anyway, I've been really harsh on this set throughout this review, and I mean, what you get in this set is nice. You definitely get a lot, I think, like compared to other option sets that have been pretty slim in terms of like what you actually get in there. This does give you quite a lot of plastic, and it is actually molded in 4 different colors, which is more than what the other sets could do. But I don't know if there's not really too much of a point to that if all the colors still don't really match, except for like the legs of the landman already. So I don't know. There's pros and cons. If you paint though, then obviously this set is actually going to be probably much more worthwhile for you, because you can paint this stuff to match whatever, and now you have parts already made for you to make some of these cool variants, which again, I really like. The ground type Graze is actually my favorite of these, but again, I still think the 1/100 scale version is just much better anyway. So that's just me. Anyway, if you guys do have any other questions or comments about this set, you can leave those down below. And just thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.